How are you guys? Good morning there. It is too late here, like 2 a.m., but just I wanted to talk to you if you have some questions. Actually, today I saw a question in this group by a friend asking about critical analysis, critically analyze, evaluate, critically evaluate, differentiate, explain, give opinion. All these words, these are used in examination halls. So just I wanted to talk to you and other friends that the wording of the question, that is very much important. When there is a question in the examination hall, so you must understand that each word has its meaning, its connotation, and that meaning or connotation, that is really really important. Because if they ask you one thing and you answer another thing, and then you will be writing and writing, so that writing will be useless, that will be futile, that will be counterproductive. You are writing something, but you are not getting the reward. So that is a kind of efforts in wrong direction. So you should not go for efforts in wrong direction. Your efforts must be in correct direction. That's why many candidates, many aspirants in CSS, when they come out of exam, so they are satisfied that they have written well, but they are not allocated finally because they have written so many pages, but the writing that was not as per demand, as per request, or as per standards of the examiner. So that is an exam, that is a standard procedure, that you must read the question after each 5 minutes or 10 minutes when you are writing in the examination hall. So in that situation, you must keep in mind that you have to read questions again, that you may not go to somewhere else, because sometimes you are like flowing, you are writing fluently, you are speaking fluently, and then you digress, you go to somewhere else, and you have a lot of, like, people have a lot of prejudices in their mind, prejudices, biases. For example, if you are an Islamist, if you are for example a secular, if you are a liberal, if you are a democratic kind of person, if you are a Sufi, if you are a religious, if you are not a religious, if you are spiritual, so this thing goes with you, this thing goes with you to the examination hall. And when you see that thing, so you start writing according to your notions, according to your beliefs. So that is a very wrong approach. You must look at the question after 5 minutes, what the examiner is asking you. So if the examiner is asking you critical analysis or critically analyze, so these two are the same thing. Critical analysis is abstract noun, while critically analyze, that is verb. That is the same thing. Critical analysis and critically analyze, this is exactly the same thing. Give critical analysis or critically analyze, this is the same thing. Or critically evaluate, that is again the same thing. Or evaluate, that is a little different from critically evaluate, because when they say critically evaluate, so it means that you give your own assessment, your own conclusion. You should, for example, if there is an essay paper, so you write in introductory paragraph the introduction to the pros and cons, in the favor or disfavor, you write everything there, and then give your standpoint, your opinion, that I think that this is the reason. For example, if they ask you that who is responsible for the deterioration of education system in Pakistan, teacher or student? So you can say in the introductory paragraph that both are responsible for the deterioration of educational system in Pakistan. But I think that teacher is more responsible, because Sheikh Sadi says that khufta ra khufta ki kunat baydar, that how sometimes you can write some other language like French or Persian, but one sentence, not too much. He says that how are the translation of that, that how one person is sleeping, how will awake another person sleeping. So I think that teacher is more responsible, not student, because the student is born with tabula rasa. He or she is born with clean slate. There is nothing. So this is the responsibility of teacher to put right something there on the table of the brain or mind. So I think the teacher is more responsible for the deterioration of educational system in Pakistan. Now you took this line, this argument, and now you will prove it in the coming paragraphs. So this is called critical opinion. Critical opinion means that you have taken a stand, a point. This is critical. When something is in critical situation, in critical, for example, emergency, so it means that the things are not normal. Then you go to take some special position. You are now advocating, you are now proposing, or you are now suggesting a line of action, a strategy which is based on your own thoughts. So that is called critical examination. You are examining the thing, you are analyzing. Analyzing means it is against, it is opposite of synthesis. One is synthesizing and the other is analyzing. In synthesis, we bring the things together, and in analysis, we divide the things and then we focus on each point in detail. So that is called critical analysis. Give your opinion may not be so drastic. That is, or when you say differentiate, so differentiate means that you give both the aspects, pros and cons. There you are totally free. There is no critical thinking. There is no critical evaluation. Evaluation means putting value, how this thing is significant, how this thing is important. That is evaluate, judge the thing, weight, how much volume, how much importance that thing has. For example, evaluate the current political system in Pakistan. So it means that give it weightage, how much this system is important, or democracy is important. What is the value of democracy? What is the importance of democracy? So you are putting value, you are putting importance, price, significance of something. So then that is called evaluation. So I hope my this comment will clarify the question that a friend asked me about these words. Opinion, you are totally like free. You just give opinion, but you are not so critical. Evaluating, you are putting, you are giving importance, value of that thing. Critical analysis, critical examination, these are the same thing. You are putting, for example, if they say explain, elaborate, okay? So explain means that you give details. It may not be your own details. It may not be critical examination. It may not be evaluation. You are just explaining, expanding, elaborating, giving more information on that subject. That is just adding information. That information may not be your opinion. That may not be your critical examination. That will be, you can give somebody else. That is just details. That is just giving extra details, more data, more information, more knowledge, more understanding. So that is, then that is explain, elaborate. These are the same words: elaborate, explain. Differentiate is that clarify the difference. For example, some two things are confusing. For example, they say that differentiate democracy and dictatorship. So then you differentiate technically that in democracy, the people are involved in decision making, while in dictatorship, one person decides for the people. So you differentiate, you clarify the difference. You make it so crystal clear to the person that now their examiner understands what is the difference. Consider examiner to be a layman. Consider examiner to be a person who does not know, and you are clarifying. He knows nothing. He is a child. He is a person immature. He knows nothing. So you are going to clarify. So then that is differentiating. That is explanation. That is elaborating things. That is giving further details. So it is an intelligent game to be in examination hall. Read wording of the question. That is very important. After 5, 10, 15 minutes, read that question again. Are you digressing? Are you going in the same line? You have just put your own brain there? If you are a mullah, so be mullah at your home. Don't be mullah there in the examination hall. If you are a secular person, if you are a rationalist, if you are a postmodernist, if you are a deconstructionist, if you are following PTI or Muslim League or PPP, that is your personal thing. Okay, don't bring that personality in the examination hall. Look at the demand of the question. Don't bring your own ideas, your own beliefs. If that is some kind of controversial, look at the demand of the question. If the question is on postmodernism, so don't challenge it. No, I'm a religious person, how I can be postmodernist? This is not good for me, this and that. No, your belief, that is your belief. Examination in that thing, you must be objective. That is very important. Many people commit mistakes because they take their mind there, their belief system there. That is your belief system. Nobody can snatch that from you. But look at the wording of the examination. So, Myra Rabbani, hello, how are you? Shahzad Khan, sir, what about using unusual or tough vocabulary? I have spoken on this. Please, I request all of you to go on my timeline. My timeline is me. All the time I'm speaking to you like a radio. So please read my timeline. I have given, a lot of explanations about vocabulary. So this is unusual or tough vocabulary. This is your wording. There is no unusual, there is no tough vocabulary in the world. The thing which is important, that is terminology, terms. You just use terms. If you are in a biology and a general science paper, so write science terminology. You write metabolism, catabolism. You write such words. So this may be tough for you, for a student of literature, but for a student of science, these are common words. So there is these prejudices. For God's sake, for a long time, I'm talking to you people. Change your mind. Don't go on these traditional classic lines. Be different. Sir, should I invest in bitcoins or litcoins? This is, I don't know, this has to do anything with CSS. But yesterday I was talking to a friend, and he is more in the favor of bitcoins. But now it is too costly. It was like $100, and now in the same is $2,000. The price has gone too much. So I don't know, Sayyid Niyaz Gul, if you are an investor, so you should know the things. I don't know in Pakistan. I'm in Canada. So in Canada, Bitcoin, that is now more important. Nazo Wahid, always you ask very good questions. Sir, what is that thing you are wearing on your arm? Actually, yesterday, I did a meditation exercise in spirituality group. So these things are spiritual, these are symbols. This has nothing to do. This yellow one I got in Barbados, which is an island in West Indies, and I went like 100 meters down in the sea, in the ocean, and in a cave. And this is given to me by a friend. This is and this one is has some significance with my mother, because she was there when somebody gave it to me. So these are symbolic things. I love symbols. I'm not a boring kind of person who is just totally not believing these things. I believe in this just for the sake of fun. I enjoy these things, and it gives me energy. Like a diamond. Diamond is the same carbon, but when the diamond, because of its age-long pressures on diamond, in geology, people they know. So then the diamond becomes precious because of some nature is very important. Today I was reading Hazrat Inayat Ali Khan, a new Sufi that I discovered. So he says that Even the non-living things have a language. They are silent, but they speak to us. And so these non-living things also have language. They speak to us. And there is a philosophy, I forgot the name. Uh, yes, I will remember that name. So that each and everything has, one is pantheism and monism, but there is another Gia, yes, Gia philosophy, that nature talk to us. We talk to nature and nature talk to us. So these are the symbols of nature. Yeah, so Janzib Baloch, meditation, it is, you control your mind. This mind is a very, very silly thing. This is a very difficult thing. If you don't control your mind, so the mind controls you, and then you have a lot of inhibitions. You have a lot of problems, you have a lot of impediments. The things come to you, and those things impede, obstruct. So I believe so many people are watching me, so I will talk to you something very important. And that thing is effortless accomplishment. Effortless accomplishment, getting things but without hard work. I hate the word hard work. Smart work, effortless, no effort. That is important. No effort. You get things but easily. The things come to you. You don't go after things. This is a spiritual thing which I love. So I want to, like, share this thing with you, that please be follow the law of attraction. When you seek something, as Rumi says, the thing will seek you. Law of attraction. Give positive signal to the universe. So the universe is not like thankless. The universe will also give you a response. So be an effortless working. Know a lot of efforts. In our society, the people will tell you, okay, do a lot of hard work and hard working people and this and that. That is totally B shit. That has nothing to do with reality. The reality is that you do things and the things come to you. Okay, effortless accomplishment. So spirituality, meditation, these things help you to be an effortless. I'm talking to you people, for so many people, live talking is such a, this is 5,000 group. Anybody can talk to me, anything, can ask me anything, but I'm doing because of my spirituality. Coming, there are hundreds of other CSPs. Nobody has this kind of energy to be present. And I was counting I even count less videos and lectures I made in few months. So this is all, I discord my own self with you people. This not that I am giving you, you are also giving me. So Ahmad Khan says that, does spirituality has something to do with Islam? Yes, this is the problem. Somebody told me that if I if I go to India, or if I go to Nepal or Sri Lanka or maybe Cambodia, so I will be a great guru. But in Pakistan, the people, mullah has so much in their mind that they will never understand me, because they will be always, looking at things from religious point of view. This is our problem. So religion has its own significance, but everything is not in religion. For example, we study political science, we study philosophy, we study so many other subjects. So do we study this thing from Islam? No. Psychology, the study of mind and behavior, pseudosciences, telepathy, hypnotism, mesmerism, these are things which are not in Islam, but we do it. So spirituality is in Islam, because we have a branch of Islam which is Sufi Islam, Sufism, that is there in Islam. But spirituality itself has nothing to do with the religion. Spirituality is seeking deep meaning in your life, inside you, discovering your own self. The word self, soul, spirit, these are synonyms. So don't look at everything from a religious point of view. I got my great grandfather's mirror, two-sided, some magnifying thing glass. I got my great grandfather's mirror, two-sided. I don't understand, Myra Rabbani. Is it something quotation or what you are talking to me about the great father mirror? Maybe you are talking about Inayat Ali Khan. I don't know. Not, because he was also wearing glasses. Nasir Jamal, what's the spelling of Gia? Gia. GIA. I think it is GIA. I have to search it because it is called GIA principle. Basically, it is GIA principle. It's a new thing that I'm discovering these days. I talk on it before also, but this is GIA principle. Let me see it correctly because this is a new thing. GAIA, sorry. GAIA. GAIA. GIA principle. I remember that my grandfather, when I used to go with him to the fields, so he would be talking to plants. So I would ask him that why you are talking to plants or crops. So he said, when I talk to plants, so the plants will grow quickly. So now I understood that he was talking to plants because plants have nervous system, and Gaia principle is the same. That nature has everything in the nature has a language. You talk, they understand you. Like in Islam, Solomon, the Prophet Solomon, he would understand the language of birds and the language of other creatures. I told you, Sayyid Bilal Shah, many times that in essay, I have written it historic, philosophical, psychological, sociological, religious, spiritual, political, uh, international relations, whatever aspect you can find out, you have to write. Because that's a small sentence and you have to write 3 hours. So you have to get uh, a lot of aspects. Hasib Adil. Yeah. Hasib Adil, you are an intelligent guy, huh? I told you that you are under my close observation. A book on Islamic Tasawwuf and Sufism by Sayyid. Yeah. Good. That's a great book, but it's a very difficult book. Before that, try to understand the basics. So Nasir Azim, there is a difference between spiritualism and spirituality. Spiritualism is, this is another science. I'm not talking about spiritualism. I'm talking about spirituality. Spiritualism is that when the spirits, if you remember in our villages, there would be an expert and he would call the spirits, the jinns, and then that person will be talking to the spirits or to the jinns, and then the jinns would like Aladdin and things like that. That thing is called spiritualism. When you control spirits, it's a totally different phenomena. When the people die and their spirits come to us, and then we talk to those spirits. My grandmother, when after the dinner, she would say, "Come on, let us pray for the spirits, for the dead, arwah, ruh." So that thing is spiritualism. That is another world. That is totally different. It's not for everybody. I have been in spiritualism also, but that is not so practical. Then you have to do a lot of exercises to be a spiritualist. While spirituality is scientific, that is psychological, that is controlling your mind, making your mind so strong that you go to your soul, and then you become a clean person, and the things come to you. You don't go after things. That is spirituality. Sufism is a branch of Islam, a very important branch, and there are so many Sufis in Islam, like Datagan Bakhsh and Mainuddin Chashti, Nizamuddin Awliya, and Bayezid Bastami, and Rabia Basri, and all these people. And we have Qadriya, Chashtiya, and these silsilas. So this is Sufism. So if somebody tells you that this is not in Islam, so you ask him why it is not in Islam. So be relax. Okay, when you relax, you study better. Aisha Jabin, I have watched a video people using Quran versus using meditation to attract the Muslims for meditations. Yes, you can use Quranic. There is one silsila. I have been there to them. Aisha Jabin, that is called Azimia. Azemia. They do their Islamic meditations, muraqaba. They use Quran and other verses. So that is there. But basically, meditation is a spiritual exercise. This is a mental exercise. It has nothing to do with religion or other things. This is purely psychological. Wasim Mirani. How can keep growing? Means improving myself, grooming, increasing knowledge. I'm computer science student. Wanna grow. If you really ask me a question, Mr. Wasim, go in my timeline, read it from the bottom to the top. Read and write something there, so I know that you are reading it. Okay, just this is the simple way. Do it. I have shared so much so much knowledge and information there. What is clean in spirituality? Aisha Zafar, you are not active these days. What is clean in spirituality? I don't understand your question. Spirituality makes you clean inside. You don't have spiritual diseases. You don't have jealousy. You don't have arrogance. You don't have, kind of backbiting. You don't talk against people. You are a helpful person. You have a lot of positive aspects in your personality. So it makes you clean. What is clean in spirituality, I don't know, but it makes you clean, totally clean from inside. You are just an angel, because the essence of human being is soul. So you become the real image of humanity. We are Human being is born in a good way, in a nice way, but society make us bad. So when you go to your original shape, yeah, this is one of the another definition of spirituality, to come to your original shape again. That is called spirituality. So you become original, like a child. Okay, somebody asked Nietzsche that what is the culmination, the Superman. So he said, child. Okay, you become innocent, you become totally clean. Arham Mughal, what a wonderful way to kick off Sunday morning with spiritual philosophical discussion. I believe you. Uh, Yeah, actually, I'm not only for CSS coach. I want good human beings, and now we have started 2019 group. That is a really, really serious group. I don't want. I am really dictator there. So I want 200 people in 2019 in Civil Service Academy from that group. So that is one thing. But otherwise, I have my spiritual and other philosophical pursuits, and I need a team, people there understand me and I understand them. Iqbal promoted and educated soul searching. Khudi, yes, exactly. Iqbal was a great Sufi. I don't know how people say Sufism is not in Islam. Uh, People were talking against Iqbal also, that he was, but don't go of these people, the sectarian-minded people. This is against spirituality. In spirituality, you accept even non-Muslims. How you will be talking about your own religion fellows? Don't go for this. These are very low, petty things, petty, small things, useless things, not important. Don't use your energies on these things. Janzib Baloch, please make knowledge part of your personality. Make it part of your personality. When it becomes part of your personality, then you will never forget it. My simple formula is this: make it part of your personality. So, Nasir Azim, I will be answering your questions, any question that you have. But please answer my questions also. And my question is participating. Participate. Be bold, write, speak, communicate, talk to people. This is very important. Okay. I believe in the reciprocity. Reciprocity. Diplomacy is reciprocity. What other people do, you also do. You respond. That is called reciprocity. So nice of you. Thank you for the nice discussion. It is too late here, so I'm going to sleep. I'm almost in a sleep mood. Thank you.